Hello, my loves. Welcome to our short mindfulness embodiment practice. I want to be very clear before we dive into this practice that the intention of this practice is not to fix our emotions or fix ourselves. It's not to feel better. It's certainly not to just be peace, love, and good vibes only, okay? The purpose of this practice is to simply bring non-judgmental, compassionate awareness to ourselves. Purely just to be in that state of observance, to really tune in and meet ourselves where we are truly at. I find a lot of the reason that people feel hesitant or kind of resistant towards meditation is because they put this pressure on themselves that when I sit down to meditate, I need to be peaceful, I need my thoughts to go away. A lot of times we sit down, and as soon as we tune in and get into that place of a little bit more awareness, the emotions can start coming up. Unprocessed feelings or thoughts or everything can start to get really overwhelming, and we say, oh, I'm no good at this. Like, we start to judge ourselves for how we're feeling, or we get very much into like, how do I fix, how do I problem solve, how do I, the mind wants to be anywhere else but like just here in a state of non-judgmental observance of what we're actually feeling, what is actually alive for us. What do we actually need in our day, right? So I want this to be a practice of just refining that skill of being able to be with whatever is present for us, whether that is ease and bliss and grounding, or that's some difficult emotions. This skill of being able to actually feel yourself, feel your feelings, and be present with what is alive, what kind of energetic charges, energy, and emotion is moving through you without judging it, without putting a label on it, without getting wrapped into the story of why you feel this way and why you're allowed to or not, or how you need to fix it, or like what's wrong, right? Like, can we just purely be in a state of like noticing sadness is moving through me, or frustration is moving through me, or I'm feeling this without like spiraling down into really identifying with it? Can we be in that state of just observing without judging ourselves for any way that we might feel or any thoughts that might be surfacing, and just be in that state of like watching it go down? This is an essential skill to be able to be more empowered and make like true choices in how you're living your life, and get out of cycles of just going through the motions, living on autopilot. If we can't allow ourselves to experience our emotion, sit with our feelings, tune into ourselves without judgment, like if we can't access that, we're not going to be able to change anything. So being able to truly like sit with yourself and feel the truth, like be real with yourself, and have the capacity to feel your feelings, not just think your feelings, but truly feel like, okay, like where is this sitting in my body? How is this energy being held within me? It's essential to be able to then work with it and actually be able to shift things for yourself, or take the next steps, or find those intuitive answers. But unless we are really skillful at just being present with ourselves in our body, all of that isn't going to be as accessible to us. So I want you to just come to this practice to meet yourself fully wherever you're at, whatever emotions are going on. No matter what happens, you will get to the end of this feeling more connected to yourself, and that's what matters, okay? How deeply can you meet yourself in your real present experience? So we're going to tune into the body, tune into the breath. This will regulate your nervous system as well, even though it might feel a bit more intense at first, to allow yourself to feel what you're actually feeling, like truly feel, not just think what you're feeling, but feel it. But this is a skill and this practice that you can continue to come back to and refine, so that you can continue to build your capacity to hold the fullness of your full spectrum experience as a human. And that is powerful, to be able to feel your feelings without being scared of them, getting overwhelmed, getting totally dysregulated by them. So this practice of just practicing how much can I actually be with myself and what I'm experiencing without trying to change it, without judging myself, without trying to run away or distract from it, that is where the superpowers really come from. So with that said, I want to invite you into a comfortable seat. I am sitting with my hips elevated on a bolster so that my posture feels nice and easeful for my spine. And I just want you to start to settle in. We're going to roll the shoulders a few times. I want you to open and close your mouth, kind of stretching, releasing your jaw. Oh yeah, just letting your body be that animal that it is. Release any tension, kind of arriving in the space, arriving with yourself. Rolling your head, neck. And we're gonna squeeze our shoulders up to our ears. On the inhale, squeeze up, 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 and exhale, drop them down. Inhale, squeeze up. Tense, tight, maybe squeeze the muscles of your face. And drop, release down. One more time, squeeze up. Exhale, drop. And I want you to, now we're just gonna shake the hands. You're gonna shake up like we're flicking water off. And scoop up again. And just flick off. Beautiful. And then we're just going to swing and twist. Just getting the wiggles out so you can really sit and be with yourself. Beautiful. Bringing your hands to your knees. We're going to begin to circle the spine. Exhaling as you round back. Inhaling as you round forward. Switch directions, inhaling to arch, exhale around. Maybe it might feel good to let that sigh, that exhale really be a little bit audible. Beautiful. Now I want you to just lightly tap your face. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of these twinkly fingers and then lightly tapping just to invite the muscles of my face to relax. We often hold a lot of unconscious tension in our face. And we're just going to smooth out the forehead gently. Smoothing from the chin up to the ears. Hopefully this will feel nice too. We're just bringing our awareness into our body, helping our brain find our body through sensory stimulation. Now we're going to pull down from the jaw, down the chest. Don't need to pull too hard. We're just letting these fingers drag along, just gently opening up the fascia of this area. Let your head drop from one side to the other. Opening up that neck space. And letting the hands rest down. Now you can leave them on your knees or in your lap. Inviting you into closing your eyes. Begin to bring your awareness to simply feeling your breath. Without trying to change it, without judging it, just simply noticing what is the state of your breath right now in this moment. Noticing, does your breath feel deep? Slow? Does it feel shallow, fast? Does it feel smooth or jagged? Again, we're just observing, we're just noticing. Begin to notice, are there places where you feel your breath really easily, and maybe places where it feels a little bit stuck or not flowing so easily. Noticing, is your breath more in your belly? Is it more in your chest? Do you feel it more in the front of your body or in the back of your body? Can you name what you notice without reading too deep into it? Don't worry about what it means, just notice it. Just be with the breath, watching it. Being aware of each inhale as the breath falls into your lungs. And each exhale as it falls out. You let yourself just be along for the ride of your breath. You don't even need to try to make it happen. Your body is going to do what it needs to do to breathe. The mind starts to wander, as it naturally will. That's okay. Simply noticing, oh, all right. Notice that I'm thinking about this, or contemplating this, or this thought popped up. And simply bringing yourself back to noticing the breath. No need to punish yourself or get annoyed that you started thinking about something else. Don't even worry about it. Just come back to the breath. Just move forward into the next present moment of the inhalation. Next, I'm going to invite you into feeling into your lower half of the body. Feeling your pelvis, your hips, your glutes, your legs, your knees, your ankles and feet. Just seeing if you can send your breath and your awareness down to the lower body. Let there be this anchoring, weighted, rooting, grounding energy, really letting your legs and your hips and pelvis drop down towards the earth, down to the floor. Through your sits bones, really letting them drop. See if there's any bit of softening you can welcome and allow into this lower part of your body to really rest in towards the earth. With every inhale, seeing if you can allow the breath to move from the top of the lungs down to the lower part of the rib cage, even letting the belly relax and expand a bit on that inhale, sending energy down. And on the exhale, really inviting that bit of release. Even if it's just 5% of your muscles, dropping, unwinding. From the pelvis, drawing your awareness up to the heart, letting it stack above the pelvis, letting those shoulders drop down and back, finding a little bit of openness across the collarbones. And from there, feeling your head stacking above your heart, slightly drawing your chin back as though you were going to do a double chin, but not that intense, simply just making sure it's not jutting forward. Feeling this lengthening, this float up through the crown of the head. So we've got our anchor through the legs and the pelvis, and this float, this lengthening through the top of the head. And from the top of the head, there's this spaciousness and a little bit of anchoring and drop through the shoulders, creating that space from the shoulders to the ears. Feeling your body as a whole. Bringing your awareness now to the edge of your being, the edge of your awareness. Can you feel the space that your body takes up in the room? Feeling that outline, that edge of your body, that place where the atoms and the cells of your skin connect with the atoms of the air around you. Again, reminding you, even right now, there's nothing to judge. There's no right or wrong way to have this experience. Even if your experience right now is, I'm having a hard time feeling my body, or this feels uncomfortable. No matter what you're noticing, it's all welcome. You are not doing it wrong. You cannot mess this up. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's strange, even if it's feeling unfamiliar, simply notice that. Can you simply let it be without trying to change it or judge it or fix it or create a story about it? Can you just be in your experience, sitting here right now, fully with yourself? Feel the texture of your clothing on your skin. Can you feel the temperature of the air around you? Can you feel maybe the hair draping down onto the back of your neck, the tops of your shoulders? I want you to invite in now a little bit deeper of the breath, welcoming in this 360 degrees expansion on the inhale, breathing not only into the front of the chest, but also the back, breathing into the back of the heart space, the back of the ribs, the back of the shoulder blades. Welcome in 3 deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Getting that 360 degrees on the inhale. Let it go on the exhale. Again, inhale. From here, start to notice what kind of energy do you feel in your body? Do you feel calm? Is there any buzzing or tingling? Is there a restlessness? there pain or aching or heaviness or maybe tightness? I want you to start to notice if there's any place in your body that's kind of speaking out to you. Just noticing what parts of your body can you feel really easily, and are there any places that feel far away or empty or not quite online? Scanning through your body and just noticing, my jaw feels this way, my shoulders are feeling this, my heart maybe is feeling it's holding this energy. Really just taking stock of the full spectrum, maybe all the colors, all the energies that are alive in you, and just noticing how much you can hold all at once. Maybe there's thoughts and anxieties about things you have to do, or sadness about things that happened, or excitement about things that are coming, or all of the things. Point, if it feels right, you can take a kind of cat-cow motion through the spine. You can always welcome in those wiggles at any point that feels right. Especially as you're starting to connect with the body, you might notice, this part of my body is feeling this kind of movement would feel nice, or is craving this. You can always take that and always trust that your body always knows exactly how it wants to move its energy if we would only give it permission to be that moving, breathing, intelligent vehicle that it is. There's no right or wrong way to move or to have this experience. So we're just going to take a few more minutes here, and next I want to invite you back into some stillness here, and I want you to bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your stomach. These are two energy centers that tend to hold a lot for most humans. It's pretty universal that a lot of our emotions get stuck in here. So I want you to just bring your awareness to where your hands are connecting to your body. I want you to just notice, what do you feel here? This can be both a physical sensation. Do you feel tightness? Do you feel openness? Is there heaviness? Does it feel locked up? Does it feel jittery? You can also notice, are there any emotions present or energetic qualities of these places? I want you to take your time here. We're not trying to figure it out. There's no right or wrong answer. I simply want you to let yourself drop into just noticing and breathing into this place, feeling into it. Starting with the physical sensations, because that will be the easiest way to make sure we're not thinking our feelings, but truly feeling. Having your inner dialogue center around just naming what you notice. Maybe it's saying, I notice my stomach feels kind of tight, knotted, or my heart feels closed or heavy, or my stomach feels relaxed and my heart feels open. Like, what are the purely physical sensations you're noticing in these places? sit and feel that. Breathe into them. Deepen your awareness into what you feel. Letting your breath be something that amplifies, that expands, that allows more space for whatever is there to just be there and have that space to breathe and just to be seen, just to be witnessed. Just to remind yourself it is safe to be here and to feel your body. It is safe to be here and feel whatever is alive in your body. From the physical sensations, you might begin to notice, there's a little bit of this emotion here, or even if you catch yourself start to think about other things, I want you to notice, how does that affect your heart, your stomach? Is there anything that's making them feel tight or constricted or heavy? When your mind starts to wander to other things you have going on your day, what happens in your body? We're just playing in that space of noticing how our thoughts and our emotions are also an experience in the body, how they affect the body, how the two are intertwined. Especially if there's been something weighing on your mind today, I want you to notice, if you bring that to the surface, that thought or whatever you're dealing with, what happens in your body when you let that surface up to the top of your mind? And whatever it is, whatever you notice, if there's little shifts or little twinges or anything, can you just notice that and feel into it? Bring that curiosity and that observation and your breath to those places. Whatever you're noticing is not a problem to be fixed, but simply an awareness to be had. And all of you is welcome here, whatever is present. Maybe you're even noticing how your brain is reacting to what you're feeling. Maybe you're noticing, I'm feeling fucking exhausted, or I'm feeling stressed out about this, or there's this heaviness, or whatever it may be. Notice, how does your mind react to it? Does it immediately go into, oh, we need to find a solution. Well, we just need to do this, and then it'll go away. Or does it go into judging yourself? Well, maybe if you had only done this, you wouldn't feel this way. Or if this, just start to notice, how does your emotions create an experience in your body? And how does your thinking mind react to that? Just noticing that too. And can you notice that without judging it? Just being like, oh, interesting. My mind is going here and is having this reaction to this energetic experience in my body, right? Or We're just playing with how much can we simply observe and notice our inner experience, because most of the time we're not aware of this. It's just happening in the background. I want you to just breathe into whatever you are experiencing right now. If there are emotions that are starting to catch up with you now that you're in a space of stillness, breathe with them. Be there with them. Don't run away. How much can you truly be with yourself? Get curious about how you're feeling. Take 5 more breaths. I just want you to feel. Breathe to feel into your whole body. Breathe to feel into everything. There is no wrong feeling or experience to have right now. Even if all you feel is resistance and I don't feel anything, that's still a feeling. Or maybe I feel everything and I don't even know how to put words or, labels onto it. That's okay. That's a feeling. Breathe into it. Letting yourself be this container to hold it all, to hold the fullness of yourself. Beautiful. We're going to take 1 minute. I want you to keep your eyes closed and just let the body lead through any movement, giving your body the reins to move as it wants. If you feel that there's tightness or tension or heaviness or heartache in your body, how can you move with it? Does it need to be wiggled? Does it need to be stretched? Is there anything that would feel relieving or soothing? Giving your body permission to move in any way that feels good right now. Don't worry about how it looks. Taking those deep breaths, staying connected and trying to feel your breath in your body as much as possible. I want you to bring your arms around yourself and just feel that container. Feel the container of your body. Feel yourself holding you, holding whatever is present, even if all that is this was weird and I'm not used to feeling my body, or if it's wow, I'm feeling everything and it's overwhelming and I don't know what to do. You don't have to do anything. Just be with it. Let it be here. Move with it. Breathe with it. Don't run from it. Don't run from yourself. even if it's uncomfortable. Let your hands release down and let your eyes begin to open up. See if as you are orienting back into your space, can you feel your body still? Can you connect in with your eyes open? Can you feel again your heart, your stomach? Breathing into them. So whatever you noticed, whatever came up for you, don't judge it. It's okay. This is the practice. Maybe you had a flood of thoughts and you couldn't even feel your body. That's okay. Maybe you felt how tired or achy or sore or depleted your body is. That's okay, even if it's uncomfortable. How can you use the information of what you noticed, all of this data, to move forward in your day in a way that is really honoring you? Is there something that you didn't realize you were feeling or holding or needing? And can you honor that? Can you create a little bit of space to honor? Maybe you need to move and shake and like get some frustration out. Maybe you need to rest and soften and find some ease and sit here for 5 more minutes and just breathe. Maybe you need to journal and do a brain dump because your mind is just blah, 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 and you just need to like literally word vomit every single thought out onto a piece of paper and then leave it and move on with your day. Maybe there's a boundary that needs to be set or something that needs to be expressed to someone else that you're holding. This is the path of deepening into what you feel, okay? So even if this was weird for you, I want you to just keep returning to this practice of non-judgmental observation and connection to yourself, because we can learn a lot about what we're actually feeling, what we're actually going through, and be more tuned into our experience and less moving through the world on autopilot. Hopefully you noticed, wow, as soon as I dropped in, there were feelings and sensations and emotions and thoughts that I wasn't fully even aware were there. That is so, so important to have more clarity and connection with yourself every single day. And the more that you do this practice, the more you will really fine-tune and learn what your emotions truly feel like in the body, where they tend to be held. Like, I want you to get really curious. What I just experienced, is that a familiar feeling? Do I feel that often? When do I feel it? Is it associated to a certain event or experience or emotion? Start to make those connections. That's how you can start to know yourself better. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more practices like this, drop a comment. I know usually on this channel I'm much more in the physical, the workout, the stretching, the movement realm, but this is a huge part of what I love to teach and what we dive very deeply into inside Yoga for Dance Academy, healing through embodiment. So if this sparks an interest for you, let me know, and I will see you guys soon. Deep breaths. It is safe to be in your body, and all of you is welcome here. Much love, y'all. Mwah.